pin that down, open the window, pop a needle in, and piston away here. Ooh. So that's right down to the bone. Hey guys, welcome to another video of dry needling. Today what we're going to be doing is showing you the step-by-step process of dry needling for tennis elbow, also known as lateral epicondylopathy, which just means the epicondyle outside the elbow and so lateral outside the elbow, and tendinopathy of that muscle group here. But before we get into that video of needling, I want to go over a little bit of what tennis elbow is and exactly what's causing the discomfort. What we're looking at in terms of anatomy is the lateral aspect of our elbow, so the outside portion of our elbow, which then encompasses all these muscles on the back side of our forearm. More specifically, those are muscles that help with finger extension and wrist extension. Now there are other muscles in that area, such as the supinator muscle, which helps with turning our palm from a downward position to an upward position, and also brachioradialis, which is a muscle that helps with kind of this elbow flexion movement here and wrist radial deviation. But basically we're just talking about the general group of muscles that kind of come up from the forearm up into the outside portion of your elbow and attach to the outside portion of the elbow here. So when it comes to tennis elbow, we're talking about pain and discomfort at the outer portion of your elbow. Initially, lateral epicondylopathy was deemed epicondylitis, which just means that there's inflammation at the outer portion of the elbow or at the tendons. But recent studies have shown that there isn't actually too much inflammation when it comes to a tendon injury. More so, we're looking at microtears or microscopic tearing at the tendon. Now, how does that happen? Generally, these things happen due to overload. So it could be an increase in activity, such as increasing your tennis game or increasing your workload, and that causes an overload of the muscle, which then causes an overload of the tendon, which then leads to the micro tearing, etc., etc. Now, other ways that you can have this is trauma to the elbow. So if you hit your elbow, or if you were to catch something heavy really quickly and the muscle wasn't able to withstand the amount of force that was generated, that can also cause some micro tearing at that tendon as well. So what's the best course of action when it comes to a lateral epicondylopathy pain and discomfort? Usually what's shown to be best practice is a progressive loading of that tendon. So for example, elbow or wrist extension exercises or finger extension exercises. Now, if you're interested in learning some exercises specifically for tennis elbow, subscribe to this channel because I'm going to go over some exercises in the future of how you can self-treat tennis elbow. But for the sole purpose of today's video, what we're going to be going over is how I treat it with dry needling. Now, why do I want to use dry needling? So basically, depending on the stage of tennis elbow, now not all tennis elbow is created equally, and again it depends on the time frame. But basically, what can happen after an injury or the micro tearing to the tissue is that the muscles in the forearm, so again we're talking about the extensor muscles of the forearm, they can get tight. And now when those muscles get tight, they start pulling on that irritated tendon. So what we're going to do today and demonstrate today is how we treat that with dry needling. So I'm just going to be going over the muscles across the forearm and show you a step-by-step procedure of how we treat tennis elbow with dry needling. So follow along and see how it's done. Alright, so we're going to be needling Jeremy's elbow here. So the extensor muscle is coming from the lateral epicondyle, kind of the bone on the outside of your elbow, coming down to his wrists and into his fingers to help with upward motion of the fist and upward motion of the fingers. Be needling here. Alright. So you can see Jeremy's veins, kind of. If he works out more, you can actually see more of them, but
I withdraw consent.
Okay, so you can actually feel the ropiness, and if I get Jeremy to wiggle his fingers a little bit, you can actually see them moving around a bit around the entire forearm there. Okay, and relax. Alright, so what we're going to do is you're going to pin this down with the two fingers, open up a window, take the needle, poke it, and go straight with this little twitch there already. There you go. Well, that's into his extensors of his fingers. Just turn that a little bit.
A little bit of a twitch. It's okay, Jeremy, you can cry. Okay, so we're gonna do a few spots here. So again, it's gonna go up and down. What I'm feeling for is just the ropey segments, so some trigger points along the muscle belly. Another one here, so pin it down so it doesn't move. Open up a little bit of window, poke, and right down toward the bone there. So I know the path. Maybe a few spots around. Cool. Nice little twitch there. How's that feel?
Whew. That was rough.
Okay, we're gonna do one more. And again, find that ropey segment. You can see that it's kind of rolling back and forth. Open the window. Pop the needle. Down to the bone there, so that leaves that. You can actually see that it's about 2.5 centimeters in there. Nice. Okay, so first pass. Nice twitches there. How's that feel? Sore? Can you still move your hand? Nice. And usually for tennis elbow, I don't just do these moves. I probably go into the brachioradialis as well. Hit that up.
For the tube.
Okay, so we're gonna hit brachioradialis next. So brachioradialis is a kind of a radial deviator of the wrist, upward like this, and also an elbow flexor. And it comes right across there. It's a nice little ropey segment. It does kind of attach into that same area, so you can get involved in some tennis elbow stuff. The same thing. Yeah, find the ropey segments, pin that down, open the window, pop the needle in. And piston away here. Ooh. So that's right down to the bone. So about 3 centimeters in. Okay, let's do one more, last one. Across this way too, I can probably grab a chunk of it. So there's the muscle. How's that feel, Jeremy? Just a squeeze. Across the muscle belly, so that we get more of the fibers. There you go.
That was the nicest one.
Nice. How's that feel? Good. Awesome. Do you want to even it out on the left side? No. Okay.
Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully that was insightful. If you guys found that interesting and you want to see future videos on similar topics, make sure to hit that subscribe button and make sure you like this video and share this with your friends who are dealing with some tennis elbow. I know a lot of you guys are going out there now with the sun coming out, playing tennis, playing volleyball, playing pickleball. So yeah, hopefully you guys can get some benefit out of this video. Thanks a lot. Catch you next time.